You've got a very easy face. It can go anywhere.
I'm like aloo.
You're like a full boiled aloo.
Yeah.
You can be shaped into anything. Now you start doing all that stuff I want you to
Why don't
do.
you request people to give me these massy films?
Yeah, please give
No, but
Ananya
then
a
people will
nice
say it's
massive
nepotism,
film.
so don't ask.
Okay, do you think being my daughter has given you privileges when it comes to opportunities?
I mean, in a way, yes, because people knew who I was before I became an actor. Like when I went to meet people, they knew, okay, that I was your daughter and that sort of stuff. So I would say that it helped me get into a lot of rooms. Not that you had to physically pick up and make calls or your mom never did anything like that. So I feel like it did help up until a point. But I think after that, it was kind of yeah, as you said, like the audience deciding if they wanted to see more of me or no. And like honestly, like I don't like the fact that people, you know, with the word nepotism, they've attached this shame to it. I don't like that. Like I don't want to not be known as your daughter or like be like, no, 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 my dad's not an actor. Like I don't want it to be have a shameful association to it. So yeah, that's I've always kind of owned it.
Ananya, I want to bring you down from your high horse. If you feel this word nepotism was coined because of you, no, baby, it was not coined because of you. This nepotism debate's been happening since I joined the movies and maybe much before that, because I remember I'd gone on an interview with Tabassum ji. Tabassum ji was like Coffee with Karan of our days. And one of the questions she asked me was that, you've come at a time where there's Dharmender's son, Sunny Deol, there's Sunil Dutt's son, Sanjay Dutt. And how do you feel? You're an outsider. And my answer to that was, I think they make the best actors, and because they've seen it all their lives and they're such good human beings and their behavior is impeccable because they know how the film industry works. And that was my answer, I remember then. So this nepotism debate's been happening for way too long. लोगों को कुछ भी कहना है,
लोगों का
काम है कहना. So let it go on, have fun. As far as they're talking about you.
Yeah, read it.
Okay, this one's a long question, so I have to read it out. I need the
Okay.
teleprompter. I've seen your journey, and of course, you've had a complicated relationship with the public perception. Trollers. From the backlash on the Actors Roundtable to the big successes like Ho Gaye Hum Kahan and Call Me Bae. The world knows the public version of this journey. As a family, we've seen a version of it. But what is your version of it?
What version have you all seen? First, you say that.
It's terrifying to hear something about your child, but I think it was something you were prepared for because you knew you were coming into the public space. But I was always worried because you were too young to take this kind of stuff that was coming towards you. But the rest you tell me.
Well, honestly, at the start, I would get very affected with things. Like if I read the smallest of things, I would like cry and break down and whatever, like just
I
like
never saw that.
yeah, I don't know. You were there, were you? Honestly, you were not seeing anything. Mom
was
was
at
there.
home.
You were at home, but you were like in your own world in the bathroom and all of that.
Shit.
But whatever. So I was like not okay, and I was like used to feel really sad. But then I think I've gotten like much stronger like over time, and I think also living alone has made a big difference because I feel like when I used to stay with y'all, I feel like when I used to get sad, y'all used to like feed into my sadness. Like, then mom would be like, what happened? Are you fine? So like I would get more sad, like it would just like make me more overwhelmed. And I was like acting also a little bit while like crying at home. But now that I'm living alone, I've actually really learned how to like control my feelings. Like nothing affects me so much. Like I'm able to like be with my thoughts and be like, that I really couldn't be alone. Like I couldn't sleep alone. I always needed people around me all the time. And now I'm quite like happy being alone.
But I'll tell you what, for me, if you ask me, I've always had that policy that all news is good news.
I know.
No news is bad news.
I know.
So I was very happy they were talking about you whether in good light, bad light, because what happens is, good news no one wants to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, like, hatao.
No, that's not true.
No, but what? Like, but bad news, you go like, hurry, really, that kind of stuff. So I think being relevant is important. But yes, of course, the amount of trolling which you got. But how do you, now though you must be used to it, no?
Yeah, like now I don't really like read anything. I'm quite like over it, to be honest, because I also feel like I've learned how to like like see what really matters and what doesn't matter. Like now, I think for me, the most important thing is that people are talking about my work and my performances, so it overshadows everything that they might be saying about other stuff happening in my life. But I also remember so clearly growing up when you used to like host these award functions, you used to always say like something or the other, and then mom used to like fire you at home and be like, you can't say this, you can't do that, and you used to always be like,
correct.
yeah,
What
but
is
you used to
this
always like not
politically
care.
correct?
You used to always not care, and I think I've gotten a little bit.
You become tougher now.
Yeah.
You can bully back.
No, I don't. I believe in kindness. So
You know,
positive.
sometimes I swear to God, when I used to read those comments, now I wanted to like get.
I'm shocked you've still not replied to them, knowing your fingers.
I wanted to, and there was a time I wanted to create a fake account.
But
and,
mom
you know,
has a fake account.
Mom's got a fake
yeah,
account.
you can use hers.
I
But she
think she's
doesn't do
stalking
anything
me.
with it.
I think your mom's stalking me.
I
on
think
this
she's doing it to stalk you.
I used to feel like replying to these guys. But then I met one watchman in one small hill station where I'd gone, and he had 2 phones with him. I said, तेरे पास 2 phone? He said, हाँ, एक phone मैंने रखा खाली एक्टरों को गाली देने के लिए. I said, मुझे तो नहीं दिया गाली. He said, नहीं, आपको तो मैं follow भी नहीं कर रहा. The act of bullying and trolling can really leave the person getting bullied feeling insecure and vulnerable, which is true. But have these insecurities showed up in your personal life, in your friendships and your relationships? That's a good question.
No.
No?
No.
No.
I don't think so. I don't think. I mean, I think like sometimes like you read a comment and you don't like in that moment it may not affect you, but I feel like sometimes later on set, if I'm having a bad day and then I'll be like, that person said I'm not a good actor, so maybe they're right. You know, so like in work it affects me. So I feel like work, like I'm pretty like compartmentalized. I don't really mix like work and my personal life, to be honest. Like if I'm having a bad day in life, I'll never take it to work. Like I love the fact that I can switch on and switch off and I don't have to think about
You're
my
very good
problems
at
for
that.
12
That I've
hours.
seen.
Yeah. Like
You
I
know-
can really like switch off.
You know where that came from, no?
You... Okay.
Because mom's not like that.
Yeah, mom's definitely not like that. But I feel like mom gets really affected more than me sometimes. Instead of like talking about my problems, I feel like she's only getting affected that I'm like, no, leave it. But then I've done therapy and I talk to my friends but I'm also, I think at this, like where I'm today, at least the past few months, I'm really good with dealing with stuff on my own. Where I started out early, that time things used to really affect me. For example, when people said I didn't get into college and someone had made that fake account saying that we used to know her in school and it was actually not anyone that we knew. It was just someone, trolling and bullying. I used to get really affected and I did give an answer back at that time. And I felt like, I should give an answer back. But then you're kind of opening like a dam. How many people can you reply to, They say the bigger the target, the easier to hit,
Yeah.
So naturally, the more work you would do, the more things people would say. So over time, I started So Positive also, which kind of started the conversation about online bullying and positivity. And I feel like while helping others deal with their issues, I kind of dealt with my issues on my own. And I felt like talking about it to people, talking to Raisa, or talking to my mom, or talking to my friends, really helped ease the load. But what helped me more than anything, I would say, was working. Like, you always say, like, after a film doesn't do well, what do you do the next day? Get back on set and just like I remember after Liger, I was so sad and I was so upset. But I started
And you were cursing me for making you do that
whatever.
film.
But yeah, you are at fault. And we're not doing a film together again.
I wanted to read my scripts and choose them. Sometimes you have to just do a film.
No.
No?
You're not allowed to give me advice after Liger.
Okay. We talk about a lot of things, but do you think you and I talk enough?
I think we speak like required amounts. Where we both are not too senti, I would say.
But we've never been seen.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we both just talk like what's needed, I feel. Like, today's the most I think I've spoken to you in my life.
Yeah, man.
But it's fine. Like, I don't feel the lack of like not talking. I feel like you and I understand. Like, we don't
But
need
you never
to,
come and ask me for advice either.
because you don't give advice. Like, I've asked you to read my scripts so many times. Have you ever read them?
I get bored reading scripts.
Exactly.
I don't read my own scripts. How will I read
That's
yours?
why, so
then?
I don't ask you about work, because firstly you don't read my scripts, and then also the whole thing is do this. So then work I don't ask you about. Personal life you're like really chill, like you're like whatever, it's fine. So then
Do you think I'm really chill?
you are very chill. Are you not?
Yeah, because I know you'll find the right guy. I've pampered you so much.
Yeah, like
So
my
I'm not worried
benchmark is
about
set.
that. Do we talk enough? I mean, your main problems, so you go and talk to mom only.
And you're always overhearing and...
Yeah, I'm like eavesdropping on your conversation and trying to put my 2 bit in. But I think mom is a better listener and a better advice giver, and she's more practical. I have some very hard solutions, and it's do or die types with me, you know that.
Yeah.
So I guess you don't talk that much to me because of that.
No, I feel like if I want like an answer, then I come to you. But if I want to vent, I go to mom. No, it's the opposite. If I want to vent, I go to you. And if I want an answer, I go to mom.
Good.
Yeah. Life feels a little less difficult when you have someone who'll always be there for you. Someone you can just call in the middle of the night. Someone who can make you a we. Today, that someone has something to ask you.
Hi Ananya and Chunky Uncle, I hope you guys are having fun. Okay Ananya, you and I have been friends for really long, and I think we've been through pretty much everything together. But in the recent couple of years, you've been really busy with work and you're killing it in everything that you do, which makes me really proud. And I've been busy with work too, but somehow you have always managed to be there for me whenever I have needed you. And you've always managed to be there in a capacity that I really needed. So I wanted to ask you how you've been able to do that, and how do you think that I have been able to do that for you?
How do I do that? I think, you know, when I did my first film at that time, all my friends had gone to college at that time. Like, I was the only one who didn't go to college. And I really felt the strongest disconnect ever. Like, I had nothing to talk to them about for like months. I was like feeling really out of it. And then I realized that I'm only really myself and happy when I talk to my friends from my childhood or my school friends, like, you know, who have nothing to do with acting. So it really has been a very big effort to just connect and go back and talk to my old friends. So it's an effort, but it's also the only thing that grounds me and makes me feel normal. So for me, that's always been really important. And I think Navya's one of those friends who like really has the sixth sense to know when there's something wrong, you know, like if I'm feeling down and I haven't spoken about it, a message from her will come or like a call from her will come. And she's very patient in terms of like she'll hear me talk about the same thing again and again and again. And that's the kind of relationship I think me and Navya have, and I think that's a very important friendship to have.
It's best to have a friend like that, and she can actually read your mind.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
I know.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share.